So Donald Trump, of course, has made several claims with regard to all the classified documents that were discovered down there in Mar-a-Lago. Basically, two big claims. The first one, of course, that the FBI planted this stuff there. The second one is it's actually okay that they planted it there because I already declassified it all. You see, Donald Trump is so smart and possibly even psychic, being able to predict the future, that he somehow knew which classified documents the FBI was going to plant down at Mar-a-Lago. So before he wasn't president anymore, before he left office, he declassified those because he knew that those would be the ones that a year and a half later were going to be planted at Mar-a-Lago. That's what you would honestly have to believe if you believe those two talking points from Donald Trump. But it's the whole he declassified things, right, that has captured everybody's attention because he keeps saying it. He said it multiple times this past week. His lawyers have said it on TV, although they will not say it in court filings, right? They will not say that in the court filings. And so by virtue of the fact that they won't swear to it in a court filing, which is basically what you're doing when you file something in court, you're essentially saying it under oath. The fact that they won't do that already tells us he didn't declassify. Like, that to me is 100% proof. But if that's not good enough for you, I'll offer you this little bit of proof. Apparently, some of these organizations out there, decided, okay, did he declassify these things? Well, there's an easy way to check. Let's send FOIA requests to the government agencies that created these documents to see if he declassified. Because when you declassify, it's not, as Trump says, standing over documents and saying, I declare you declassified. That ain't what happens. Okay, you actually have to go through a process. You have to fill out forms, okay? It is a documented process so that every step of the way people know this is what has happened. You don't just get to say, I declare declassification. Doesn't work like that, but nice try. So anyway, FOIA requests, Freedom of Information Act requests, were sent out to these government agencies and said, hey, go ahead and turn over all the info you got on these, documents being declassified. Two of the FOIAs have come back. One from the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency and another from the Department of Homeland Security. Now, the NGA responded to the FOIA and said, our extensive search of National Geospatial Intelligence Agency records failed to identify any documents in our files that are responsive to your request. Now, to put that in layman's terms, they looked and they said, yeah, none of the stuff was declassified. Because if it was declassified, you would be able to get it from a FOIA request. That's the sneaky little part there, that's smart. And the Department of Homeland Security this past Monday said, quote, we conducted a comprehensive search of files within the Office of the Executive Secretary and the Office of the Chief Information Officer for records that would be responsive to your request. Unfortunately, we were unable to locate or identify any responsive records. So the Department of Homeland Security also says, yeah, there's nothing declassified. He didn't do it. The NGA, the National Geospatial, all that stuff, says he didn't do it. So you have on record with the federal government that he didn't do it. He did not declassify anything. But he continues to make that claim. He's got a couple little weirdos that follow him around that say, oh yeah, he totally did it. I was there. So let me explain what that means. Should this go to trial, if Trump's indicted and all that, blah, blah, blah. If it goes to trial and his lawyers try to argue in court at that point that no, he declassified all of this, so there's no violations of the Espionage Act. The prosecutors would then go, cool, show us where that happened. Just a little bit of evidence, give us what you got. And those lawyers would then have to say, well, I mean, he said he did, he was the president, he can do that. And the prosecutors would say, no, but there's a process he has to go through, so show us where he went through the process. The defense would then say, well, we've got a couple, really weird little MAGA witnesses that say he did it too. So we've got some hearsay over here. Cool. That's not admissible. You can't do that. And the judge would say, yeah, jury, you have to disregard that because it's total bullcrap. And they would lose if that's the argument they want to go with. The government itself, the federal authorities have now confirmed Trump did not declassify these things. Okay? That argument is out the window. We're not going to stop hearing it by any stretch of the imagination. But the fact that his lawyers won't swear to it in court, the fact that the government swears up and down he didn't actually do it, that tells us all we need to know. And what it tells us is he didn't declassify these documents, so let's move forward with prosecution and indictments. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.